Alrighty. So we're going to talk about goals, SMART goals. SMART goals is an acronym that some of you may have heard of. And if you have heard of this goal before, if you have heard of SMART goals, the acronym, you could put your hand up in the chat. But a SMART goal really stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, or timely. So the S stands for specific. What exactly needs to be accomplished? Why do we want to accomplish this goal? Measurable. How long we have to achieve this goal? How many changes or cycles or actions need to occur in order for us to meet the goal? How do we know that we succeeded? How are we measuring ourselves with this goal? What are the metrics we need to meet in order to achieve the goal? Attainable. Do we have the resources or do we need additional resources to attain this goal? Is it a reasonable or a stretch goal? Will this goal bring us any success? Is it worth it? Relevant. Is this a worthwhile goal? Is it something relevant for us to focus on right now? Will it be meaningful for the team, for the management? And can we commit to this goal? Lastly, timely. What is the deadline for reaching this goal? And when will we begin to take action? How many of you have heard of that acronym, SMART goals? Oh, perfect. Yes. Thank you. There is an activity that we're going to do later, and it's going to be talking about SMART goals. But what I'm going to do is, before that, I would like us to watch this video about SMART goals, and then we're going to have
If you want to succeed, you need to set goals. Without them, you lack focus and direction. They also provide you with a benchmark to determine whether or not you are actually succeeding at them. We all struggle sometimes to achieve our plans, and it's not that we lack the effort, but our goals are not structured efficiently. To accomplish your objective, you need to know how to set it up properly. You can't simply say, "I wish I could make more money," and expect it to happen. A goal without a plan is just a wish. It is also important to recognize that not all objectives are created equal. So today I'll explain the SMART method of goal setting and how it will amplify your chances of actually succeeding. Let's get started. S stands for specific. We all have plenty of dreams and goals, but most of them are all generalized and vague, so we don't really know how to achieve them. Your goal must be clear and well defined. You can only get to where you want by defining precisely how you will get there. For example, let's take a look at this generalized wish. I want to be healthier, or I want to have a better body. What does all of this even mean? It's super vague and not specific enough. A better example would be, I'll replace drinking soda with water. I'll also be going to the gym 3 times a week for 45 minutes. You could be even more specific. 3 times per week could mean every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every time at 3 p.m. Make it as specific as possible so you know what exactly you're going to be focusing on. M stands for measurable. Tracking the progress of your goal is an important part of keeping you motivated. It allows you to set milestones that you can celebrate when you achieve them and reevaluate when you don't. If your goal is simply defined as lose weight, how will you know when you have been successful? You need to define exactly how much weight you want to lose. A much better goal would be, I want to lose 10 pounds. This way you have something to aim for and you can even set smaller milestones along the way. Basically, you break that big objective into other smaller objectives. So if you think that 10 pounds is too much, you should break it down into manageable pieces. First aim for 3 pounds, then another 3, all the way up to 10. It's the progress that keeps us motivated, so if you don't have a way to measure it, you will fail with your ambition. A stands for attainable. Make sure that it's possible to achieve the dreams you set for yourself. Far too many people fall into the trap of setting impossible goals. While they may push you forward for a while, you will almost certainly end up giving up on them. Instead of being impossible, your goals should be challenging yet achievable. There's nothing wrong with shooting for the stars, as you might end up at the moon. However, unless you want to burn out, it's much more efficient to take small steps. For example, making $1 million by the end of the month is impossible if you can't even pay your bills. A much more attainable goal would be making extra $100 by the end of the month. Once you have achieved that, you can go a step further and try making extra $200. You don't want to set yourself up for failure by trying to go far beyond the bounds of possibility. It will only make you miserable. R stands for relevant. Your plans should be relevant to the direction you want your life and career to take. A common issue we face is having too many goals at the same time, or pursuing the wrong goals. Unless your plan is relevant to your overall life plan, achieving it may not accomplish anything. So if you look at my example, I wanted to learn French because I loved the way it sounded. However, I realized that learning the language would be completely useless for me. I barely know anyone that speaks French and I don't really need to use it anywhere. So I stopped learning it as it was taking too much of my time while I was getting nothing out of it. Becoming fluent in French would be nice, but it is currently not relevant to my overall life plan. So ask yourself why you want to achieve your goal before you commit to it. T stands for time bound. This is one of the most important factors. Your plans must have a deadline. If you don't set a time limit, you have basically unlimited time to achieve your goals. When you are working on a deadline, your sense of urgency increases and you're more likely to achieve your goal. Think of your time in school. You had a whole month to write an essay, and yet it was done in the last 2 days. It's because the deadline was right around the corner, so you had no choice but to do it. So whenever you set a goal, keep a time limit in mind as it will push you to actually work on it. Now you know how to set SMART goals. But there's one last thing. Most people think that goal setting is a one-time event. Like you set your goals once and you're done. However, it's actually an ongoing process. It never ends. Your plans will need evaluation and revision, so it's important to stay flexible. Thanks for watching. Do you have any dreams or goals that you're currently working on? I, for example, have a goal to run a marathon in the next 6 months. So let me know what you're working towards in the comments below. Together with
So, what are some of the benefits of SMART goals? Can anyone tell me? No one wants to share? Hello? All right. So, has anyone ever made a vision board? Making something big more achievable by breaking into small parts. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's a benefit of a goal. Has anyone done any mind mapping before? Do you know what mind mapping is? So it's mind mapping is where you're putting an idea in the middle of the paper. Okay, perfect. So when you mind map, you're kind of putting an idea in the circle of making a circle, and then you're putting the idea that you want in the circle, and then you're making branches to develop different topics that you want to think about that connect to it. It's a great strategy. I also teach that in my other my other class. But I also teach vision boards. So vision boarding is such a big thing right now. I don't know if you all have heard of that, creating a vision board. So writing a vision board is really, there's a saying, write your vision and make it plain. So if you don't really write out the vision, you really have no guideline. The goals and your vision and your mission are really that roadmap and that action plan for you to achieve those milestones and achieve those finite goals in your life. So you want to have that for your business as well as for your personal life. A vision board is a great activity if you want to do it on your own. You can do them electronically or you can do one physically. And it's really about posting your affirmations and inspirational words and quotations and thoughts, images, and things that inspire you for you to reach that goal. All right. So a lot of people like to, make a vision board, and really you could just open up a blank Google document. You can type your goal at the top of the document. You can search the web for pictures and words, and then you can insert images in the document and then put it on your wall or somewhere that you walk past every day, so it can remind you of some of those goals and visions that you're trying to succeed, if that makes sense. So before we go to break, I would like you to write a personal goal. I would like you to write a business goal. So one personal goal, one business goal. It could be, I would like you to do maybe a short-term goal, if you want to do a short-term and a long-term, but I would like it to be written out into the SMART method. And the reason why, we're going to go over that a little bit later. And then go ahead and start practicing writing a mission statement for your business and a vision statement. A vision statement could be for your business, and there's also some individuals make a vision statement for their life. So a lot of times, if you have a vision statement for your life, a lot of that falls into your vision statement for your business and your mission statement for your business. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to let you go on break, and then I would like us to end. Class really ends at 9, but I'm going to end a little bit earlier. I have a few more slides that I want us to go over that pertain to business and forming the business, because I really want you to understand the steps you need to take in the beginning, right? And all of these tie into the business plan. So if you go ahead and take some time to do that, and you can do it over break if you want, and go get some water, go to the restroom, that will be great. And then we will start back up in 5 minutes. So let's do, I'll give you 6. So let's do 8:10. Okay. And if you have any questions, you can ask me any questions. I'm going to stop the recording.